I find it super hard to believe that was actually 12 months ago when we filmed the octopus movie. It's been a fun journey, out on the thrift, out on the hunt, and now it's time for Santa to drop off some presents. Who's feeling festive? Who's in the Christmas spirit, people? I hope your sales have been super strong in Q4 because it's almost Christmas time. Today, because December's passed me that quick, I am literally just showing you some of the highlights of my December, well, the last 2 weeks anyway, including these Harley boots. Starting off with the Harley boots at Savers, but they were $50 and they were a little bit worn, so I didn't get them. The Mr. Kennedy shirt here, unfortunately, had dry rot. Look at that. There was some holes in it. They wanted too much. This would have been a cool little bootleg shirt if it didn't have that dry rot. Very upsetting. This wasn't upsetting though. I found all of them. The KFC mugs, the Looney Tunes, but they were $10 each, which is probably $5 cheaper than what they're worth on eBay, so not worth selling. I did grab the Lion King ones though to put in my cabinet. I find that they just go a bit quicker. I'll clean them up and I'll trial them, but it wasn't a bad little start here. Just lots of bread and butter clothing. Nothing to call mum about. But pretty happy to fill a trolley when you get your first stop at Savers. And well, to be honest, this was a few weeks ago now because we're halfway through December. And I haven't been back to Savers since, so I'm probably due for a Savers trip. On this particular day, my good mate Lockmo came with me. You'll see him in a second. This here, $7, not a bad price. They're only worth about $15-20. You could get them at Kmart. They were the wrestling, the plug and play, and the back again fucking thing, whatever that is. This was really cool though. The Michigan Wolverines jacket for $7. This was at the Brotherhood of St. Lawrence. It's a good size. It had a lot of staining through it, which I had to get it home and give it a bit of a clean up, but it cleaned up really, really well. All right, time to meet Lockmo.
Still got those empty hands, mate. Getting there? Anything in particular you're looking for?
Not really.
Just a bit of a browse?
Just having a squeeze.
Something for the kids?
That's what I was thinking.
I'll get these and snagged a decent jacket.
So this video today was fairly brief, but you're going to see a little bit of Lockmo. He's been a good friend of mine for the past probably, oh God, since we're 18 or so. And his wife Nikita, you've seen in a previous video because she does a lot of the packing and stuff for me. You've seen her packing that Mario box. But anyway, I did a little bit of filming this day. Not a whole lot because it was good to get him out on the thrift and have a bit of a catch up, because he's not a reseller, so it was good to just, you know, hang out. And also in this video today, I'm just going to show you literally some of the fun stuff that I've found through December. I've also got another person that's been on this channel before, and that is Steve. If you remember Steve, he did a thrift video with me, a full video. We went garage sailing last weekend and got a little bit of footage in there. So I'm actually just trying to incorporate my basic highlights of December, because we're wrapping up the year. It's come so quick. That's why I'm thinking, holy shit, it's Christmas. What the hell's happened? I don't know, but let's get back on the thrift and then we're going garage sailing. Let's go. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Any boys and girls that are watching this and whose parents leave them in op shops to destroy op shop floors like this and make me trip over, Santa's not coming if you do this. Honestly, he's not. And he's not coming if you don't leave the good toys for me in Savers. Not that there was a lot floating around. I found these Digimon cards, but I just really don't know enough about it. They looked common, they looked base. So I just left the buggers there for whatever they were asking. Plus, they've been renowned for their fake Pokemon cards. So I'm getting a little bit of stuff. Footscray was a little bit dry for me, but still a few bits and pieces. The only thing that's kind of crazy is the jacket, the Michigan. It needs a clean up. It's finally we've got Lockie on the board. He's got a couple of books for the kids. Remembering he is not a reseller, he's come for the day out. So, what do you reckon, mate? What are you thinking of Savers?
It's not bad. It's very, there's a lot of stuff in Savers, that's for sure.
Big joint, big joint. All right, we'll go to another one then.
Perfect.
We'll try and find another one.
Got these little manga books here, and they were super weird. They had like weird things in them. typical really weird stuff. Anyway, this battle club actually got me a little bit of a ding on eBay. They pulled it down, said, no, you cannot sell this. So be warned if you ever find that. And have a look. It's Christmas time, and well, we've got another one of these. I think it's a Teddy Ruxpin. I haven't actually looked any further into this. It's like the last one I got out of the storage unit. But elf on a shelf time. 2 in the space of a couple of months. December, find an elf on a shelf. Everyone's going on about elf on a shelf, and I took years to find one. This one is the one where it has the voice box. The voice box was missing, sadly. But how's that? I go so long looking for a bloody elf, and I get a couple within a couple of months. And I did find this as well, the crop scale. Some of these can go all right. I'm not really sure how this will go. $7, I just grabbed it. Didn't grab this, though. What the hell is it? If I rub it and a genie pops out, or do I suck on it and smoke weed through it? I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, just hold up the traffic, mate. Pretty cool to find this. That thing there comes out of the Sabertooth, the Mighty Max. I only knew that because I've had it before, which adds some value to it. But anyway, that was all I really got from that day with Lockmo out. So I'm going to show you some highlights in a couple of the Ballarat thrifts before we hit these garage sales. And this trolley had just came out, and there was something absolutely bloody amazing in it. Look at the beautiful thing sitting there. And it was the bike of my ass on the bike there. I love that thing. Sold it pretty quick too. Wasn't overly thrilled with this though. It was the 90s Humphrey, and they wanted 25. So sadly, Humphrey stayed there this time. I did get my fair share of Humphreys this year. But I went over to the Salvos here and found this for $2. The old Hillbilly Jim, everybody loves him. And just to finish up on, well, in these thrift stores, the Panthers pull over here. This is an absolute beautiful little vintage sweater from the mid-90s on the nutmeg. Had to grab that every day. So as a lot of you know, something weird happened last year with Santa, and he left with this not him. Anyway, it was just kind of ended there, and then we didn't know what happened. But anyway, I'm happy to confirm that Santa's coming back this week. I've just got a little bit of a heads up for all you Santa lovers that he's back. So stay tuned later on this week. Santa is making a special guest appearance to come and say hello before Chrissy. And he's got some interesting things to tell you. Some very interesting things. So hit the bell notification so you know when he comes. Anyway, what we're going to do now is going to go over, have a look at the garage sales, and then I'm going to piss off and go and have a chat to Santa. And he'll come back in another video. All right, let's go.
Yeah, a bit over these. Like I see you all flogging them. You just take too much. I've got a pile of them as well.
I scared them all. I just unlisted it. So. Is there any horror in there, mate?
Can't see horror, but some kind of cool clamshell ones. I don't know anything, but they just look kind of cool. Roger that one's kind of fun.
Nice.
Bit of real monsters over there too. VHS, you like all
Oh, is it? Yeah, right. I'll have a look.
just for the collection.
Mate. Is it a pearl? is out the back. G'day.
Oh, I don't know.
Hello people.
I don't know whether she'd use it.
There's more stuff down in the garage. Bloke is.
The stuff's gone, unfortunately, Ross.
No, you're right.
Clearing us out.
Cleaned you out? Oh, that's good.
That's good. Help you move.
All the good stuff. So I get myself demonetised. This is a shop.
Yeah, this is a shop. Isn't it? It's full on.
It's unreal.
It's
Did not know this place existed. Just quickly stopped in a thrift store too and found on the East Coast a Joe Cocker 94 Cocker. What's his name? Cocker. This video was kind of the first 2 weeks of December highlight reel for some thrifting and garage sale. And it's reminded me to be transparent with this journey because not every day is a good day, and basically YouTube is a highlight reel. For me, it's super boring to show not getting stuff. I'm here for the hunt. I'm here to show the cool stuff, the fun stuff, and the finds. And this has been 3 thrift days plus the garage sale day. So, there's a lot of bread and butter in that very first thrift. The other 2 were quite dry. I just showed legitimately the best thing that I got. And then the garage sales this day was really dry. Steve got a couple of things, some really good things, mind you, but it was only a handful of items. I got a couple of jerseys, which I didn't film a lot that day because I didn't really plan on filming. Got a couple of jerseys, I got a sheet of coins. Hang on, I'll go and get it. This is legit just a sheet of coins that we got half pennies, pennies, all sorts of stuff that date back to the early 20s. And this is nothing more than a bit of research for me. Look, there's a bloody 5-cent coin there from 1969. So there's a lot of stuff that's not worth anything that I know, but there is some stuff that might be worth money. If not, so be it. It's really just something for me to learn because I know there's a market there. A couple of things that I did buy though. This last place you just seen, it was like a store setup. He's just running garage sales out of it. Absolutely beautiful. And anyway, I bought this, which is a mandolin. I absolutely love instruments. For anyone that has been following here for a little while, I've just about bought every instrument possible. I thought this was a gorgeous mandolin. I don't know the brand, but for $50, I feel like just locally I can double my money at least. I'll probably shoot a little bit higher. I've never really played one, but I think this was just in really good nick. I have sold them in the past, and I've had some pretty desirable brands in the past. Whereas, as I said, this could be just a cheapo, but it does appear to be an older one. So, pretty happy with the mandolin. But the next piece that I got from there, from the same guy, I was really happy with. Once again, it's something that I actually want to have a bit of a play with first and try and learn it. It's super unique, and that's the auto harp. So basically an auto harp, you've got 2 sides going on. There's about 30 something bloody strings, and then you got some buttons in the middle. So basically you press down on a button, and what that does, that puts out some prongs on the inside to push down on certain strings to mute them. So it'll only do the strings that are used purely for the certain chords. So it makes it easier to strum chords on one side, you can pick on the other side. I can't play it, but I'm prepared to teach myself. The strings are a bit rusty and that, so it probably will need a bit of a tidy up and restringing. But it's something very, very unique and I have a fascination with instruments. I do play a little bit of guitar, and I can play other instruments very basically. But I just love music, and I've grown up around it. So this is something that I've never had the joy of actually using. So I'm going to give it a good old crack. Let's have a quick look at it. Buttons are all here. This one's got a little bit of a crack in it. But if I do the strum there, it's just an open strum. We've got a G. So you got all your chords there, and yeah, these strings have got a bit of rust on them. But this is the chord harp, auto harp they call them. There's a fair bit going on. Little bits there that touch certain strings so you can play that chord. So that's just muting anything that's not going to align with the G. And then that'll play, well, that's a bit of a 6 sounding G. But these strings are rusted. This is very old. I don't know, she could be a bit of a customy. Maybe not. Anyone that knows a bit about chord harps, let me know what I got here. And I probably paid too much. From my research, I've seen some of these go for ridiculous money. I haven't seen a lot go for under the 150 mark. I did pay $100 for this. So I paid $150 for the two, $50 for the mandolin, $100 for that, essentially $75 a piece. And this isn't something, this is an actual gamble on this. I have no idea. I may not make money on that, but purely, if I can't make money on it, I keep it. I use it. I'm sort of 2024, getting back into music. I've got some projects on the go, and I will try and learn this and utilize it in some way. If it's worth good money, I'm going to sell it because it's in my blood to fucking flip shit. Drop it in the comments what your thoughts are. Is this just a basic model? It is, seems to be built quite well, but who bloody knows? It's a new one for me. And anyone out there, if you're seeing a chord harp or an auto harp for $100, I don't recommend spending that. I'm just a dickhead. So that's the best way to put it. If you can get one cheap though, I'm pretty sure you're going to flog one of these off. Like, if you put this on Facebook Marketplace for $50, $100, I think it'd sell very fast. I feel like that's quite unique. I haven't actually looked on Marketplace what's on there, if there's any. But yeah, this is beautiful. These are my favorite things of the day, regardless of how much money they'll make. I love my instruments. This, I can definitely see this going for $150 to $250 at least. It's an older one. It's in a beautiful condition. It sounds pretty good, and the strings are a bit blunt on that too. So I don't know that brand though. It could be just a cheap brand, but it looks nice. We'll soon find out. Anyway, Coco, I appreciate you for being here. As I said, Santa's coming back. It's getting real late. I'm getting a bit tired. I've had a couple of froffies, so I'm a little bit... Just myself a new bloody shoes. Oh, anyway, YouTube thinks you'll like these ones. Get on. And hit that one too if you haven't already. Kids these days do this one. Fucking yeah, fucking yeah, fucking yeah, yeah.